Hello guys, in today's video I'll be telling you how you can format your USB drive on Linux using the Cfdisk command line utility. So let's get started. First of all, insert your USB drive into your PC and then you will get a prompt like this, so you just ignore it. Do not open your USB drive because while formatting the USB drive, and if the system is reading it, it might damage your USB drive, so just leave it like that. Now open your terminal. In terminal type lsblk to know the name of a USB drive by which your system has labeled it. So in my case it is SDA. Now before we do the formatting, we need to wipe all the data present on our USB drive. So for that, type sudo wipe fs --all def and then your USB device name, or if you want to format a particular partition on a USB drive, if you have multiple partitions in your USB drive and you want to format a particular partition of it, then you enter the name of that particular partition. Now hit enter. Now it has wiped all the data on that partition. It also wipes the file system in which that partition is formatted into. So now we will do the formatting of a partition. So for that, type sudo cfdisk def and then the partition name, hit enter. So as you can see, it's showing it as a free space on my USB drive, that partition. So I will hit enter on new, hit primary, and then so as you can see in the type, it by default have selected the Linux file system for my USB drive. So if your USB drive have the storage capacity up to 4 gigs, then you don't need to change it. But like my USB drive, if your USB drive exceeds the storage capacity of 4 gigs, you need to change the file system to NTFS or XVFAT. So I will change it to NTFS volume set, and then to apply the changes on that partition, I need to write it. Type yes, hit enter. Now it have write the changes that I have made to my partition. Now quit. So now to format that partition into the selected file system, we will do that by the command sudo mkfs dot and then type the file system in which you want to format your USB. So in my case it is NTFS, then dash q, it is for quick format, and then L to label our USB by whatever name you want to label your USB or the partition you are formatting. So I will just type it as USB, and then def and the partition, hit enter. It will take a few minutes. So as you can see, I got the prompt of my USB again. So that means my USB device has successfully formatted into the file system I wanted to format it into. So now if you want to make more partitions into your USB drive, for that we will again go into the Cfdisk utility. So now you have to enter the name of your whole USB drive but not the partition. So hit enter, and now select the partition and resize it. So like just say if I want to create a new partition of 10 gigs of size, so I will resize my current partition from 57 gigs to 47 gigs. Hit enter, and now as you can see I have a free space available of 10 gigs. So I will select it, enter. Partition size, hit enter. Partition size is 10 gigs. I'll hit enter. Primary. So again by default it has selected the Linux file system, so I will change it to ntfs volume set, and then I will write the changes. Now quit, and to format our new partition into the file system we will type sudo mkfs and my name of my new partition, and I'll change the label to USB2, enter. So it has done partitioning. So in the file system you can see I have USB 1 and a USB 2.